This is ASO Television News. I am Haris Idisiraju. The headlines. President Tinubu hosts House of Representatives members for iftar, harps on need for state police. Federal government issues travel safety warning for Nigerians living in Gulf states. NNPC intensifies efforts to attract investors for AKK gas pipeline project. And Iran announces 40-day mourning over death of Ayatollah. Another news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, joined by Vice President Kashim Shettima, hosted members of the House of Representatives for an iftar dinner at the State House Banquet Hall. The event, which coincided with the ongoing Lenten season, brought together Muslim and Christian lawmakers in an interfaith gathering. President Tinubu used the occasion to engage the lawmakers on key national issues, reportedly urging swift consideration of constitutional amendments to enable state police establishment to bolster Nigeria's security framework.
The next side is the area of insecurity. I'm still working very hard. Those who, I see some of you on television going to their localities and face challenges. Now you know more than anybody else that security is local. And if security is local, we just have to work together to put pressure on our public to accept the need for state police.
Speaker Tajuddin Abbas reaffirmed the House's commitment to supporting executive reforms and advancing collaborative governance for the benefit of all Nigerians.
Every member you see here, whether from the majority or from the minority, believe in what you are doing. Believe in the direction of this government. But by the grace of God, things have started flowing. But I believe we have not even started seeing the best of you. The best of you will come in the next mandate, 2027 to 2030.
The dinner forms part of the President's Ramadan tradition of hosting political leaders following similar iftars with state governors and Senate members earlier in the week. It underscored themes of national unity, bipartisanship, and inclusive leadership amid economic and security challenges. Now, the federal government has advised Nigerians living in the Middle East, particularly in the Islamic Republic of Iran and surrounding Gulf nations, to take extra security precautions following rising military tensions in the region. In a statement released on Saturday by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the government said it is closely watching developments, including military operations reportedly carried out by Israel and the United States against targets in Iran, as well as subsequent retaliatory actions affecting parts of the Gulf. Authorities urge Nigerian citizens in the affected areas to remain alert and avoid locations considered strategic or sensitive, such as military bases and government installations, which could become flashpoints for further conflict. The advisory recommended limiting non-essential movement and avoiding public gatherings or demonstrations until the security environment improves. Nigerians were also advised to comply with instructions from local security agencies, noting that cooperation with authorities is vital for personal safety. Diplomatic missions, including the Nigerian Embassy in Tehran and consular offices across neighboring Gulf countries such as Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, have been placed on high alert to assist citizens and facilitate communication where necessary. The advisory comes after reports of airstrikes targeting sites in Iranian cities, with explosions and plumes of smoke observed in the capital. The African Union expressed concern over the potential impact on regional and global stability, urging restraint from all sides. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reappointed Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Audi as the Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, for a new 5-year term. The reappointment took effect from Friday, February 27th. This was made known by the Special Advisor on Media and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga. He noted that Dr. Audi was first appointed to the position in 2021 by former President Muhammadu Buhari. His initial 5-year term ended last Friday as he participated in activities commemorating the 2026 World Civil Defense Day at the NSCDC headquarters in Abuja. He will resume his duties on Monday with a renewed mandate. According to Mr. Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu charged Audi to reposition the service to play a more significant role in the country's security architecture, especially as the police refocus on their primary responsibility of protecting citizens from bandits, kidnappers, and terrorists. He served in various state commands and in 2007 was promoted to the rank of Commandant of the Corps and subsequently deployed to the office of the Commandant General of the National Headquarters in Abuja. Now, the reappointed Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ahmed Audi, on Friday said the Corps arrested 4,677 suspected economic saboteurs and generated over 4.4 billion naira in revenue during his 5-year tenure. Audi disclosed this during his pull-out ceremony held in Abuja on Friday, where he presented a statistical breakdown of the Corps' activities from March 2021 to date. Pelumi Adeyemi tells us more.
After a long week of activities to commemorate the World Civil Defense Day 2026, Controller General Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Professor Ahmed Audi, highlighted his statistical achievements in ensuring secured and safer environments nationwide.
Today, I feel, and indeed, to me, a great honor and privilege to stand before you today, actually to give account of my stewardship in the past 5 years, the leadership of the Corps. So there's a coincidence. We are celebrating the Civil Defense Day, and also today marks the end of my first time in office.
The outgoing Controller General also highlighted the establishment of a female special squad during his tenure. He said the squad, trained by the Nigerian Army, was deployed to protect schools and was thwarted over 48 attempted school kidnappings nationwide, adding that the initiative was aimed at giving women the opportunity to serve and compete effectively with their male counterparts.
With the training, we focus actually on arms and weapons handling, surveillance and intelligence gathering, drills and regimentation, and some other forms of training, including training on alternative dispute resolutions, on how to handle some of these civil cases with a view to resolving them.
Colorful parades were displayed from all aspects of exercise during the Civil Defense Day 2026 ceremony to show their dexterity in combat and weapon handling. Pelumi Adeyemi, ASO Television News.
Now, the Plateau State government has held an emergency security council meeting following a spate of security incidents that heightened tension in Jos, the state capital, and parts of the state. The meeting was chaired by Governor Caleb Mutfwang and attended by the Deputy Governor, senior government officials, and heads of security agencies in the state. Speaking after the meeting on Friday, Governor Mutfwang said the council reviewed security developments recorded within the last 2 weeks, including a mining-related incident in Wasi local government area and several attacks that claimed lives in different parts of the state. He expressed the government's condolences to the families of the victims, describing many of the deaths as avoidable. He commended security agencies for their response to recent incidents and assured that efforts were ongoing to improve response time to distress calls. Governor Mutfwang condemned attacks on travelers and communities, stressing that the government would not tolerate unlawful actions. Also speaking, the Commissioner of Police, Basi Ewa, said security agencies were adopting both kinetic and non-kinetic measures to reassure residents and restore confidence. The police commissioner added that security operatives were on the trail of those responsible for recent attacks and assured residents that coordinated efforts by all service chiefs were ongoing to apprehend the perpetrators and maintain peace across Plateau State. An Oyo State High Court sitting in Ibadan has affirmed the validity of the People's Democratic Party National Convention held in Oyo State capital in November 2025, which produced Kabiru Tanimu Turaki as the party's substantive national chairman. Delivering judgment on Friday, Justice Ladino Akintola upheld the amended originating summons filed by Musbau Adetumbi on behalf of the claimant, Folahan Malomo Adelabi. The court granted all 13 reliefs sought, holding that the convention complied with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution, the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, and other relevant electoral laws. In addition, the ruling directed the Independent National Electoral Commission to recognize and give full effect to the outcomes of the convention, including the leadership of the National Working Committee led by Turaki. The decision is the latest development in a protracted legal tussle over the PDP's leadership following the November 15, 2025 elective convention in Ibadan. On January 30, 2026, the Federal High Court Ibadan, presided over by Justice Uche Agomo, nullified the convention, ruling that it was conducted in defiance of existing court orders. Despite the latest validation by the Oyo State High Court, the PDP remains divided between the Turaki-led leadership and a different bloc aligned with Nyesom Wike, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, which has reportedly dismissed the judgment as inconsequential. Now, on health matters, Abuja residents turned out in large numbers to participate in a health walk organized by Limi Hospital to promote healthy living, physical fitness, and community awareness on preventive health care. The event brought together health professionals, community leaders, and fitness enthusiasts in a show of commitment towards building a healthier society. The report. It was a vibrant and energetic atmosphere as participants gathered early in the morning for the health walk aimed at encouraging regular exercise and healthy lifestyle choices. The walk, which commenced from Limi Hospital, Central Business District, Abuja, moved through major streets within the area before ending up at the hospital back again, attracting people of all ages. Chief Information Officer, Limi Hospital, Enokela Iseko, said the initiative is part of efforts to reduce lifestyle-related illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, and obesity through awareness and physical activity.
It's important to exercise because they say sitting is the new smoking, sedentary lifestyle. A lot of us go to the office, we're in traffic, we're in transit between one place to another, and we don't do a lot of workouts as we should. So we believe that we organize this just to sensitize the public on hypertension, on heart disease, and the importance of it. As a hospital, as Limi Hospital Group, through CardioCare, our multi-specialty cardiovascular hospital, we organize this just to ensure that people, just gather people, they come together as friends, as family, to encourage each other to live healthy, to do workouts and exercise together.
One of the participants of the health walk, Lovette Imu, praised the health walk initiative for helping her maintain a fit lifestyle.
The truth is, it's actually this Limi health walk that actually, I think it's the second time I'm joining them, and I look forward to it because I'm not every Saturday fit person, so I look forward to it. Oh, okay, let me join them, and because most of the time on myself I don't keep fit, but this has kept me, kept me on my toes and, just to keep track of my fitness. Another
health worker, Ms. Temitope Olarinde Emmanuel, stated that walking keeps her healthy.
It has been helping me a lot. It has really helped me a lot. Yes, and it keeps me healthy.
Health experts at the event also conducted free medical screenings, including blood pressure and glucose level checks, while providing health education for participants. Security personnel and volunteers ensured safety and smooth coordination throughout the exercise. For ASO TV News, I am Harisi Disiraju. You are watching ASO Television News. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on Rachel Brand channel 38. Stay with us for more stories after the break.
10 singles step into the love pad where love isn't just found, it's tested.
Moving along.
Lines blur, desire takes over, and jealousy hits harder than any storm.
I'm jealous, and that's not something I hide.
Some find romance they've waited for their whole lives, and where there's love, there's bound to be heartbreak. In the Love Pad, every heartbeat counts, but in the end, who will find true love?
Thanks for staying with us, and the news continues. The chairman-elect of Abaji Area Council, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, has paid the courtesy visit to the executive governor of Kogi State, Ahmad Usman Ududu, in appreciation of his unwavering support during the just concluded FCT Area Council election held on 21st February 2026. The chairman-elect was accompanied on the visit by the Commissioner of Solid Mineral Resources in Kogi State, Abubakar Bashir Gegu. The visit was aimed at expressing profound gratitude to Governor Ududu and his team for their steadfast commitment and encouragement throughout the electioneering period. Speaking during the visit, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi acknowledged the moral and strategic support extended to him, noting that the victory at the polls was a collective achievement driven by unity, dedication, and shared vision for the development of Abaji Area Council. He emphasized that the encouragement and solidarity shown by Governor Ududu and key stakeholders played a significant role in strengthening his resolve to serve the people with integrity and transparency. The chairman-elect also offered prayers for continued wisdom, strength, and divine guidance for Governor Ahmad Usman Ududu and all supporters who stood firmly behind the vision for greater Abaji. He reaffirmed his commitment to inclusive leadership and sustainable development, assuring that the mandate given to him by the people would be judiciously utilized to bring meaningful progress to Abaji Area Council. The visit further underscored the spirit of collaboration and interstate goodwill aimed at fostering growth and development across all communities. Now, the National President of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, RTEAN, Alhaji Musa Muhammad Mitakubi, has inaugurated newly elected state executives of 5 chapters for a fresh 5-year term. The inauguration ceremony took place at the conference hall of the association's national headquarters in Abuja, marking another significant step towards strengthening leadership and administrative continuity within the union. The states inaugurated include Borno, Plateau, Imo, Enugu, and Delta states. While the full executive list were formally presented, the names of the state chairman and secretaries were highlighted during the ceremony. In Borno State, Ambassador Muhammad Bishara was inaugurated as chairman alongside Barrister Bulama Adamu as secretary. Delta State has Elvis Duru as chairman with George Uhere as secretary. In Plateau State, Elder Imo Jonah emerged as chairman, while Alhaji Mustafa was sworn in as secretary. Enugu State's executive is led by Chairman Chidibeli Anyagu, with Ms. Lovina Nwosu serving as secretary. For Imo State, Izuchukwu Ezurike was inaugurated as chairman, with Uzosike Chimaroke as secretary. In his address, the national president, Dr. Muhammad Musa Mitakubi, charged the newly inaugurated executives to uphold discipline, unity, and accountability in the discharge of their responsibilities. He admonished them to strengthen grassroots coordination, ensure strict compliance with the association's constitution, and promote peace, cooperation, and harmony within their respective states. The inauguration reaffirmed RTAN's commitment to structured leadership, continuity, and effective administration across its state chapters as the association continues to consolidate its presence nationwide. Now, the National Mosque Abuja has distributed meat to vulnerable individuals and families within the FCT. The distributed proteins is courtesy of the 6 heads of cattle donated by First Lady Senator Oluwemi Tinubu through the Office of the Presidency. Daniel Obi reports.
The meat was slaughtered, portioned, and distributed by members of the Palliative Distribution Committee of the Abuja National Mosque under the close supervision of the committee chairman, Ustaz Abubakar Sadiq Mohammed.
We have 6 in all from Her Excellency through the Office of the President, and this is what we are doing today to distribute to the needy around the mosque and those who come when the exercise is going on.
According to Ustaz Mohammed, the gesture will go a long way in alleviating the economic hardship faced by many Nigerians, especially during Ramadan. He equally thanked security agents for ensuring a smooth distribution.
This is adopted, especially where we're expecting a surge in the number. The security agencies are alerted, and each one will send representatives to assist us organize and to be orderly, as you are seeing today. No rancor, no commotion, nothing. Everybody is seated and the meat is outside, and you come, collect your share and disperse. That is it.
The distribution is part of a sustained effort by the First Lady to continue to support vulnerable communities as well as families as they observe their religious obligations in the holy month of Ramadan. Daniel Obi, ASO Television News.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, is ramping up efforts to attract investors ahead of the expected first gas delivery from the Ajakuta-Gwagwalada segment of the AKK gas pipeline project by July 2026. The project is designed to boost domestic gas supply, support power generation, and stimulate industrial growth across northern Nigeria. Speaking at a stakeholders workshop on mini LNG and LCNG infrastructure in Abuja, NNPC's Executive Vice President, Gas Power and New Energy, Olalekan Ogunleye, said Nigeria has transitioned from an oil-focused economy to a gas-first nation. Ogunleye said Nigeria holds over 210 trillion cubic feet of proven gas reserves, among the largest in Africa. Domestic supply has already surpassed 2 billion cubic feet per day, signaling readiness for industrial expansion. The AKK pipeline project is expected to transform energy supply in northern Nigeria, unlocking industrial demand, power generation, and auto CNG expansion. NNPC aims to increase natural gas production to 10 billion cubic feet per day by 2027 and 12 billion cubic feet per day by 2030. The company is calling on investors to take advantage of emerging opportunities in compressed natural gas infrastructure, citing the country's growing domestic demand and proven gas reserves. Now, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, says it will participate in the upcoming Africa-France Summit following an official invitation delivered to the President of the ECOWAS Commission, Omar Aliou Touré. The invitation was presented during a joint visit by Marc von Bostia, Ambassador of France to Nigeria and ECOWAS, and Isaac Kin Parashina, High Commissioner of Kenya to Nigeria and the ECOWAS. The diplomats conveyed a letter jointly signed by French President Emmanuel Macron and Kenyan President Samuel Ruto. The summit teamed Africa-France Partnerships for Innovation and Growth, Africa Forward, is scheduled for May 11 to 12, 2026 in Nairobi, Kenya. This edition marks a significant departure, being the first Africa-France Summit to be hosted by an English-speaking African nation. The move signals a strategic evolution in the partnership, aiming to broaden engagement beyond traditional Francophone ties and foster a continent-wide dialogue focused on shared future priorities. President Touré welcomed the invitation, stating that ECOWAS participation underscores the community's commitment to multilateral partnerships that drive innovation, sustainable growth, and economic integration for the benefit of West African citizens. The Africa Forward Summit is expected to bring together heads of state, business leaders, and civil society to forge concrete collaborations in key sectors such as digital technology, sustainable energy, agriculture, and infrastructure development. Now, Iran State Television has announced a 40-day mourning period and 7 public holidays following the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who had been in power since 1989. It had earlier confirmed the death of Khamenei without referring to as massive US and Israeli strike on his residence. A presenter on state television announced Khomeiни's death at 5 a.m. 0130 GMT as the channel broadcast archive images with a black banner as a sign of mourning. Khomeini, aged 86, had been Iran's supreme leader since 1989. US President Donald Trump had on Saturday said that Khomeini had been killed in airstrikes, though there have been no confirmation from Tehran. That's the news. On behalf of the editor and production crew, I am Harisidis Radio. Many thanks for watching.